it gonna pick it up?
Yeah, y'all are live. Y'all been recording.
Oh, okay. We've been recording.
Oh.
Okay. Hey. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Big Girl Britches. We are in a new location since last week.
Well, no, this is our first one. We scrapped the last one.
Oh, just our pictures.
So we're gonna start fresh, Dylan.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Big Girl Britches.
Big Girl Britches.
Podcast
with Lacie and
Brittany. So we are two business owners in a small town.
Yes.
And we have a lot to say and a lot to juggle.
A lot to say.
So much.
We actually have to put ourselves on a limit.
Yeah, we could only rent so much time in the booth so to make sure this wasn't 4 hours long. So you're welcome in advance.
Yeah.
So each week, we're going to do this weekly, which is a lot. But I feel like we have so much to go through.
Yes.
We have a little form that we put up where people were asking questions and then giving feedback and then also requesting guests, requesting sponsorships, and then also topics.
Yeah. Have we gotten
Right.
a good bit of feedback from that?
We have 18 form entries.
Ooh.
However, the first 14 don't have names because I forgot to add that to the form.
Well, I went on there and I saw that you can do it anonymous.
Yes.
Okay.
It's optional.
Okay.
Because I wanted people to be able to submit things that were anonymous. You know, that they didn't have to put their name to, which those get the juiciest ones.
Yeah.
You know?
I started to submit one anonymous just to see if you could be like, Lacie. Like, dude, come on. Just to know,
There
see
are
if you
some
can be
in
like,
there
Lacie.
where I'm like, are people trolling us or are they not? I don't know.
Should we pull up just one today and let that be a sneak peek?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because I don't know which one would be like sneak peekable.
Okay, they're like dive into them.
Okay, there's one where, and it's like, it's not really funny, but
Okay.
it's asking about specifically infidelity.
Okay.
And forgiveness and reconciliation. So that one hit hard because like it is like, so this podcast is about like being in business or not necessarily being in business because I don't want to, there's so few of us, honestly, women business owners. I mean, there's different levels of that, but then I also want it to include, women who just have a lot of stuff going on and are responsible for a lot of things.
Because life is busy in general nowadays. I'm like going through the maze over here. So
don't hit the microphone.
Look.
So fun fact, we recorded an entire episode and had to scrap the entire thing.
I like to touch things.
We both, we don't do this for a living, okay?
No.
We're just girls.
We're just girls.
So that's why we have Dylan. So if you hear us talk about Dylan, he is I have been informed that Joe Rogan has a podcast.
Yes.
And there's a young Jamie who is his I'm going to call it a mixologist or something.
Oh, that's
he's
Dylan.
He's on the controls.
Yeah.
You know, doing all the stuff. So we have a Dylan. So you're going to hear us talk about Dylan, and he's the one that's doing all this for us.
And I'm trying to be good today and not get fired by Dylan because
Don't touch the microphone.
Don't touch the microphone, and I've already changed my seating position 12 times.
Because ADHD.
It will change 30 more.
That's right. ADHD has gone unmedicated, unchecked for however many years now.
I hope there's no doctors watching this. We will have a doctor as a guest soon, but...
Oh, yes. I'm so excited about that.
We're not going to.
Is she a doctor? Or
She's
is
a nurse
she,
practitioner.
I think there's
FNP.
different levels
Oh.
of nurse practitioners. There's new nurse practitioners, I think. There's going to be medical people on here that are rolling their eyes.
I don't know what y'all
That's
are talking
okay. And then there's doctors of nurse practitioners. And so, you know what I mean? There's different levels. But anyway, we have a myriad of guests lined up, and they're not necessarily all business owners, but they are women who wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
I will also say boys aren't allowed, and I love y'all so much. You know? Lacie does not. But
I'm happily married, but boys are...
But this is going to be girls only.
Yeah,
because
girls
it's
only.
important.
Girls roll, boys drool.
Okay, so one of the things we really wanted to talk about was like an introduction to us before we get diving in on guests.
Ooh,
So this is Lacie. Lacie, what do you do for a living?
I am a cosmetologist and salon owner.
How long have you owned your salon, Lacie?
2 years.
This
Is the 3rd year, going into the 3rd year of business.
So one of the things that I wrote down that I want to do for the podcast, and especially guests, so I'm going to do it to you.
Okay.
You've owned your business for 2 years.
Yes.
What is the best thing you ever did for your business? You can say it.
Join the Chamber of Commerce and get involved in my community.
Really? That's the best thing you've ever done?
Maybe not like the join the Chamber of Commerce part, but that kind of like initiated but just getting involved in the community and like deciding to host an event and stuff has got us so much recognition in the past 2 weeks
That's awesome.
that business picked up.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I mean, like I am pretty steady. Like I stay pretty steady.
But your schedule's super lax. Let me just tell you right now.
It is.
Lacie doesn't take Monday appointments. So just for context, I get my hair done with Lacie. That's how we met.
Yes.
I get my hair done with Lacie. I have sew-in extensions. I don't want that like false representation that my hair is naturally just luscious like this. It's not.
We work hard for her curls.
So I go to Lacie weekly for a wash and style. Because extensions, hair washing, not fun. So I just go to Lacie and she does it for me, and it works wonders for mental health. So.
And it's just a sweet little visit. I love seeing you.
So if you need, a weekly washing, some people might think like that's bougie as hell, but honestly,
$25.
Yeah, well, you're $25.
Yes, me,
for that
I am.
service.
Yes,
but that might not be what everybody else would charge. So that's how we met.
Yes.
So, but your schedule's super lax, and she's not open on Mondays. And Mondays are my favorite day.
I know.
So when it's like I've gone all weekend with my hair up in a messy bun, I'm like, Monday morning, I really want that wash, and she's off that
I got
day.
you Tuesday morning, though. I am pretty cool about, like, if it's an emergency, I'll meet you there. Unless
That's
I have
right.
something I can't, like, I'll meet you there. I can't now, because I have plans. Sorry.
On Monday morning.
On Monday mornings, I have plans.
That's right. We busy.
We busy.
Okay. So what's the worst thing you've ever done for your business? What was the biggest mistake you ever made in 2 years of owning your business? I'm going to ask these questions to our guests because I feel like it's important for people to know, like, not just your successes, but also your failures. Because I failed 9,700 times and I've succeeded like twice.
Ooh.
Worst thing you ever did?
Worst thing I ever did.
Isn't that hard? And also, you might not want to admit it. Sometimes the worst thing you ever did is like, it's hard to admit. But this is where we're real.
This one, man, I'm stumped.
Have you not ever done anything bad, like anything wrong for your business? Like,
Yeah.
so what's the worst?
Okay, so listen. Our business has been probably the worst thing I did for my business was have no planning.
Oh, yeah.
Because we just opened in a day.
Was that plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we opened the salon with hand-me-down equipment. So our first year was a year of just like making it.
Faking it.
Faking it till you make it.
Yeah.
January, we did so much in January, but this is our moving year. This is our growing year. We're ready to take on, we've got a new attitude about it. We're ready to grow our business. We're ready to do things, ready to make some changes. So I would say probably the worst thing I did was not plan anything. Just opened a salon.
Well, I think, honestly.
I just a lot.
No.
Okay.
I think it's important because, okay, I truly believe this.
Mm-hmm.
There are personalities that want to plan the hell out of everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then there are personalities who just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they just take that, like, no parachute, nothing, and they just jump. And while I love planning, and, like, everyone around, I have hired everyone around me to like, enforce the whole planning thing in my brain because
I'm not a planner.
I wouldn't do it.
No.
Because it's not fun. I think abrupt action is far better than delayed reaction.
Yeah.
So I would much rather, like, if I have an idea and I'm excited about it, I'm going to do it right now. And it might be messy for the first, like, minute.
Yeah.
But then I'll tweak it a few times, and I'll make it great.
Yes.
And then be more consistent.
Yes.
So I think you did perfect.
Thank you. It's just taken us 2 years to tweak it. I mean, we finally have furniture,
So,
like those kind of things.
Fun
you know?
fact, only 40%, I know you saw me post this,
Yes.
only 40% of businesses make it past, what was it, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
And then only, what was the percentage? It was like very little ever see a profit.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
So, honestly, 2 years in, we're still learning. It's really fun.
And not to like, but we're on our 3rd year, and this is the first month that bills have been paid without being like,
sketch.
They get paid. If you're a business owner, you get it, okay? You know, like...
Sometimes you might have to move some things around.
Sometimes you have to move some things around to make it work. And there was no moving around. We're real... I'm a open book. So, you know, like, whatever we're doing is working. Because I didn't cry when I paid the bills this month. Don't cry. Okay, anyway, next subject. Brittany McVicker.
I own a boutique.
You own a boutique?
Yeah, just this little, this little cute boutique.
Cute. It's an adorable boutique.
Thank
It's
you.
where I get all my clothes from.
Thank you.
Okay, so what was the best thing you have done for your business?
Oh, and I hadn't put any thought about this into my own answer.
It's hard, huh?
Okay, so the best thing I ever did since opening?
Sure, yeah.
For the business?
Yeah.
Outsourcing.
Yes.
Because and now you're a service-based industry,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm a goods industry.
Yes.
So because there are so many moving parts to mine, and I do a lot of like live sales, we have a brick and mortar and online. So because of all of that, I every day wear like 27 hats.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always things in my brain, like right now, back here. This is full of like, okay, when we're done here today recording, I have all of these things to do before 4 o'clock.
Absolutely.
And I have to time block. Like I was on the treadmill this morning and I was like, okay, I have this 15 minutes. I like allocate every 15 minutes of my day to what I have to do.
This is very interesting to me. I could ask her about that subject itself all
About
day.
what?
I need a class on your 15-minute blocking.
Oh, my 50. Oh,
yeah. You know me. I'm like, how do you time manage, Brittany? I want to pick your brain.
I've never heard of anybody doing like 15-minute blocks, but it works for me.
Yeah.
Because on an iPhone, this might be dumb, but on an iPhone, like when you hold down an event on your calendar, you can move it.
Yeah.
So if I'm not able to get, that 15-minute thing done, I just move it down. Like when Debbie derails my whole day and is like, let's go to lunch, which is fine.
Yeah.
I need to eat. That's another problem.
Yeah.
I don't like eat during the day.
I know.
Unless somebody forces me.
We fast daily.
We fast.
Intermittent fasting.
That's right. So, but I think the best thing I ever did was outsource things. I was doing too much. I still do too much.
Yeah.
I still juggle with the idea of like hiring a personal assistant. I tried to get Darryl to share it with me because my husband owns his own construction remodeling company. And so I have asked him multiple times, would you like to share an assistant with me? And he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that. But he's also a service industry.
Yes.
So he doesn't have as many moving parts throughout the day as I do.
Yes.
So I'm juggling with that right now.
Yeah.
So outsourcing. Best thing I ever did. I can like go to the gym now in the morning.
Yeah.
And have time for me.
I understand outsourcing. I mean, we were talking about that little class that...
Well, imagine if you were the only, like, salon lady.
No.
I say salon lady. Well, imagine if you were the only chick up in that place. Like, could you cover rent, like, by yourself?
No, absolutely not.
You know?
I mean, I could, but that would probably not be fun.
But then you'd have nobody to talk to, and you would die of starvation personality-wise.
I would... Oh! I need people... Like, I love to be alone. I
Me
really
too.
do. I love to go
Do
eat
you?
alone.
Me
I love to
too.
sit in my car and eat alone. When my husband goes off on a job and my little girl goes to her grandma's,
I want to know.
I go
is
sit
this
in
a
my
thing?
bedroom.
Do other people do this, or is this just like us
I
because
don't-
of our personalities?
I don't know.
Because I think you have to have like an independent ADHD brain, maybe. To be a business owner or like someone in our position. Like I think your brain has
You have to be
able
self-motivated.
Yes. And then you're okay. Like you're okay with doing everything by yourself. Like,
Yes.
I want to go on a cruise by myself. Like a 5-6 day cruise by myself. I want to eat by myself. I want to go lay by the pool by myself. I want to read my Kindle by
I just
myself.
want to read a book for 4 days straight
And
by an ocean.
We went. I love my husband so much, but we went on a cruise, and I got my Kindle, and I was in my bathing suit, and I was laying by the pool, and I had my little towel. It was a little chilly.
Mhm.
I might have had a little sweater or something too. And so I get all settled. He goes to the bar, he gets me a drink, and I get all settled, and get my Kindle out, and we're 20 minutes in, and he goes, "Is this what we're gonna do all day?"
You're like, yeah, go
I'm
find
like,
something to do.
Yeah, I am gonna do this
Yeah.
all day. And he's like, we paid to like be entertained. Don't you want to go be entertained? I was like, I am fully entertained.
I've got my book. What do you mean?
Right.
And I have people watching.
Well, I wasn't people watching. I was for sure Kindle. I've got this like laser focus, like tunnel vision. I don't focus, and I know everybody's like loves people watching. I can't. I walk into a place and I know exactly where I'm sitting, and I go.
Yeah.
So when people are like, you didn't wave at me. You were ignoring me. I'm not ignoring any. I'm legit.
So in town, I have tunnel vision. But when I'm on vacation, I people watch. But I don't people watch in a judging way, like, oh my God.
You're like, that's so interesting.
I'm just like,
do you make up scenarios in your head?
Yeah, and I'm
Darryl
like,
and I do that.
yes.
If we're on vacation.
Yeah.
Not in town. But on vacation, we'll see somebody, like if they're acting sketch, he's like, oh, he's here with another woman. That's not his wife. Like, we'll start making up, like scenarios. You know, it's
Well, yesterday, I was actually talking to Eric, and I was fired up about something. I get fired up about my friends and my family, you know? So I was fired up, not like actually mad, but I was, on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I can't wait to walk in a restaurant one day and find one of my best friend's significant other at the table with somebody else.
I hope you never walk in.
I hope I never do. They better hope I never do either.
They better.
And Eric was looking at me like, what are you going to do? And I was like, all I'm going to do is have my phone, and I'm going to walk up and tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey.
Somebody wants to talk to you.
Jesus is watching you. And I'm going to snap a picture and walk away. And he was like, ooh.
I would call my friend and put her on the phone and be like, hey, here you go.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That way I'm not doing nothing except like, oh, she knows you're here? Okay, just wanted to make sure. And then my friend knows, hey, she's got me.
Absolutely.
I see your husband at a table with another woman. I'll call you from my phone, but he'll be on the other end.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I got you.
wants to talk to you.
I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I got you.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Eric was like, I want to be a fly on the wall. And I was like, me too. There was no instance that I even needed to have that scenario in my head. But I was like, it's going to happen one day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be there. Because hairstylists know too much, man.
Okay. This, I know, and everybody's like, if you're not local, so we are in a small town in DeRidder.
Very small town.
Or in Louisiana. I say we're in a small town in Louisiana. And I know your business and my business. Mm-hmm. We are probably the biggest meccas for like people spilling their guts.
Yes.
Not in a catty way.
No, like a therapy way, like a word vomit. It's almost like they
Mm-hmm.
sit in my chair and they just, they can't stand, they can't handle it. They just word vomit it out.
And I love how sometimes I'll go and you're like doing my hair and I'll be like, oh, whisper. Because there's other people in the
you're
room.
like trying to tell me something about your life and you're like, but by the way, I am very hungry right now, but I'm not eating today.
I have to whisper because otherwise everybody's going to hear everything. And in a big town, they probably don't care. They don't know the same people.
Yeah.
Oh, here everybody's related or we all know the same people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also love that we're a safe place.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Because
like
nothing ever, I have to brief all of the girls at my store.
Yeah.
I'm like, if somebody comes in here and says something to where you're like, oh my goodness, that's heavy, you know?
Yeah.
You aren't.
Mm-mm.
You don't go outside the walls and talk
No.
about it. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Ever.
But you know, I think that goes back to us sitting alone in our car or sitting alone at lunch. Because we take in, it's not always the good light stuff that people come in and tell us. I mean, I see people the day their son passed away, you know, the day their literally the day their husband passed away, or just bad stuff like that, and it's heavy, and they come to us and they just want us to make them feel better. They want you to make them look pretty with some clothes. They want me to make them look pretty with their hair. And it's not like they come in once a day, once a week. It's like on the week that they're coming in, that day there's going to be so many of that same person. So some days I do have to go home and I'm like,
it's a lot.
I can't take this home right now. Like I need to sit in my car. I need to have some. So I think that's why we need to find that balance, because we do give so much of ourselves to people.
Did you just use the B word?
Balance.
I in that form that we posted about like what do you want to hear about, almost every single one had the word balance in it. How do you balance? How do you balance? How do you balance? And it's I think everybody's still learning. There's little like tricks that we do. There's little things that mitigate that a little bit, but I think everybody's struggling with balance. That's not a
Absolutely.
I would love. I have said I'm going to do it. I would love to take off every single Wednesday and spend it with Olive.
Yes.
My 3-year-old.
Yes.
It never fails. Something always happens. Tuesday afternoon at the shop, or I have meetings that come up and the only time I can do it is on Wednesdays, or something has happened to where I'm needed and I can't do that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying right now, balance. My balance goal is to get to a place where that's okay.
Yeah.
Because between vendors and in-store and employees and all that stuff, we're all struggling with balance. That's not anything new. I would say outsourcing helped me a lot with that. And because half of your balance struggle is mental.
Yes, it is.
It's not just some people have lots of things to do, but their time management sucks. Motivation sucks. It's just like when you have when you have one kid or two kids and you see somebody with lots of kids and your first question is what?
How do you do that?
How do you do it? It doesn't, like, when you go from 2 kids to 6 kids, it wasn't an overnight thing, typically.
Yeah.
And you just do it because you have to, and you figure out a way.
You put on your big girl britches and you do what you have to.
That's right. So, honestly,
I don't know why I feel like when I'm making a point, I have to lean in.
Honestly, I think your mental fitness, I go to the gym now like, for the past 4 or 5 months, and it has helped me more than I can possibly tell you. I get up at 4:30 and I go to the gym. I went to the gym this morning and my trainer wasn't even there. She was like, "Hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm sick." And I still went.
Yeah.
And she told me last night she wasn't going to be there. So I still set my alarm.
Yes,
and
you
I
did.
set it alarm. I set it earlier. I normally get up at 4:30. I got up at 4:20. And I was out the door at the gym. I did my 2 miles. I did my deadlifts. I did my lunges by myself and still came home. And while I'm on there, like doing the walk before I run, I'm doing my time blocking every 15 minutes. I could do a whole thing on 15-minute time blocking because it's so beneficial. But that's honestly helped me feel less overwhelmed because I have that little 10, 15 minutes before I start like hauling butt. You know, 10. I'm like walking for 5 minutes, but
it feels like 10.
It feels like 10, 15. Excuse me. But that and then outsourcing have been like crazy good for my brain. And we do this thing, and I don't know if you and Eric do it, but like brain dumping at the end of the day. All the things that are overwhelming.
Yeah.
But they can't help with, like Darryl can't help with anything that I'm brain dumping,
Right.
but I just need to like, bleh.
Yeah.
And so I do. I'm like, brain dump.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, I feel better now. Thank you so much.
So we have been chit-chatting a lot. And I say chit-chat because it's about nothing.
Yeah.
But just like things. And I have learned to just get it out so that it's not just floating around here.
Yeah. Because otherwise it'll live in the back of your brain. And those are the things that will start irritating you in other categories. So it's really not the other category that's bugging you. It's the stuff that you have to do, the conflicting schedules.
Yes.
We have 3 kids. 2 of them are in, like, Bradley does drums and basketball. And then Grace does basketball and softball. So it's like both kids are doing something. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. And then things conflict schedule-wise.
Yeah.
Or 2 people want to come into town at the same time. And I'm like, what are we going to do about this? So instead of me in my brain living in it and trying to figure it out by myself, I think as soon as I realize in my marriage, like, he's my teammate.
Yeah.
Because at some point when you have all these kids, you're like getting lost in the kids and responsibilities.
And your routine and
And he has a business and I have a business and I don't want to overwhelm him. So I became like I'm my own team. But he's on my team too.
Yeah.
And I'm on his team. And so then as soon as I'm like, I can brain dump and we can like strategize together.
Yeah.
It has helped because otherwise that stuff's going to live in my brain.
Yeah.
And then little things are going to irritate me. Like if he's helping me get all the kids ready and out the door or not. Everybody has struggles, man.
Everyone has struggles,
Everybody's
okay?
dealing with it.
I will say that one of my struggles is I had to learn that it's okay to ask for help. Because I know you understand this because Darryl used to work, he used to deploy, right? Okay. So Eric works in the plant. So like in a week or so, he's going to go be working for 3 months straight on nights. So we probably won't see him. Not going to be much help. 13 hours a day, whatever. So I have to reprogram my brain to not a single mom, but almost like, I am my own
You're
team.
solo parenting.
I'm solo parenting for the moment,
100%, yeah.
for the next 3 months. And, like last summer, I did it for 5 months because he was in Morgan City. And, like, it's fine, but that's hard to reprogram when he comes home to, like,
oh, God.
Oh, can you? Because I get aggravated at first, and I'm like, what do you mean you walked by the trash can? And you didn't see the trash bag. Like, that needed to be taken out. Blah, blah, blah. And then 2 weeks in, he's like, if you would just ask me. And I'm like, okay, men's brains are wired that way.
You have to ask.
Yeah, like, and so then I'm like, okay, well, can you switch over the laundry? Can you do this? Hey, we need snacks for school. Can you run to Walmart? And he's always like, yeah. Always. He's always like, yeah, what else do you need?
Figured out the code.
Yeah. I figured out the code, and I'm like, oh, okay.
He's more than willing to help. You just had to ask.
I just had to ask. And my
but
brain
a lot
was
of the times
wired.
Women complain because they're like, I shouldn't have to ask.
Yes.
And on some things I can understand that.
Yes.
Some things I'm like, you need to vocalize your needs.
Right.
But if he's on a different schedule than you and he doesn't see those same things, you know what I mean? Yeah.
There are things I don't have to ask for, like.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything right now. I got put on the spot, but there are things.
I'm sure Eric is very helpful.
Oh, he is very helpful.
Yeah.
He's very thoughtful. He is the best daddy in the world.
Yeah.
I never have to ask for things parenting wise.
Good.
Never. Housework things are the things that I'm like, hey, take out that trash, boy.
And see, I'm the opposite. I think.
Yeah.
Jar, I come home and he's already like cooking dinner.
Okay.
Thank God, because I suck in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I say that.
We all have our
certain
strengths.
things I have lately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've always I make bomb pretzels. I'll bring you some one day. I know you keep talking about my pretzels.
I keep talking about your pretzels. You keep talking about your pretzels for 4 years straight, Brittany.
They're delicious.
Sorry, I just got aggressive.
And I did make a sourdough starter. It's still going. I fed it last night.
Have you made a bread?
No.
Okay.
I have this fear that my sourdough's not ready.
Okay. How
just
long
keep-
does it have to sit there?
I don't know. I've been feeding it for like 3 weeks, so it's probably ready.
Okay.
But I just keep feeding it and discarding and feeding and discarding. So I feel like
You're
it's
just playing
probably
with it.
ready.
You just wanted a new pet.
No, I feel like it's not good enough. Like, I feel like my starter is not good enough to,
Brittany,
like, make the bread.
What did you just say about these people who plan and plan and plan and the people who do?
Okay, but here's the difference. I'm so good with, like, business.
Yeah.
I love, I could eat and breathe, like, marketing,
Yes.
businessy things, whatever.
She's our mentor for marketing. She's a genius.
But as far as bread goes,
You've never
I
made
would
a loaf
have
of
to-
bread.
I'd have to have a loaf consultant or something.
My mother-in-law actually can answer some questions for you, I'm sure.
Well, I need some. I wish these TikTok girls that like do sourdough bread and stuff. I wish there was a button where I could just call them and just ask them a question real
Hey.
quick. I'm sure I could comment
Yeah.
on their video. I never spend time on there if I'm not like working really.
Yeah.
Because social media, I love it because I'm obviously on it, but I don't love being a slave to it. So if I'm on there, I'm working unless I'm doing it for funsies.
I'm a slave to nothing. Actually, fun fact about me.
Because you're a service. I envy you because you're service based. It's
I'm
like
just kidding. I am a slave to some things.
to your schedule, to your
Yeah.
customers, and showing up on time.
Do
You
you-
have that accountability aspect.
Yes. Do you want to know a fun fact about me?
What?
This just made me think of it. What made me think of it?
You're a slave to nothing.
Oh. I used to vape.
You used to vape?
I used to vape. I knew that was going to change your opinion of me.
No, it's not at all.
I know. I'm just playing.
I'm not judgmental.
I used to vape.
Not even a little bit. Listen, I hope Darryl never watches this. He's going to, probably. When I met him, he was a smoker.
Okay.
And chewed. Like, he did both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I know. And so, when I met him, I was like, I don't date smokers, actually. So good to meet you. Have a good day. And then he quit smoking the same day.
So would you rather him smoke or chew?
I suppose chew, because the smell of smoke makes me want to.
Okay.
But he also has not chewed a single bit
Okay.
since his accident
Wow.
2 years ago.
Way to go, Darl.
He has chew, and it is fake.
Yeah.
chew. It's like made from tea leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, something
Like a more of a caffeine
that's
base than nicotine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it comes in like all these different flavors. So that's what he does now.
So I used to vape. October 12th will be 2 years ago.
Really? You have a date? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because
This is a big deal.
Listen, I was not a smoker before. I just was like, hey, these people are buying this cool little thing. Let me see what it's about.
You got peer pressured.
Yeah.
Big
So,
time.
and then I was just stuck to it. And so I was like, I'm a slave to nothing.
See? Look at you.
I am a slave to nothing. And I prayed about this, okay? It was to the point that I was like, this isn't me. Like, I prayed about it. I didn't want, but they're addicting.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy to pray about an addiction.
No.
But then I watched.
Why would that sound crazy to
I
pray about?
don't know.
Did you hear yourself?
Yeah, I did just hear myself. I don't know. That don't sound crazy.
Crazy.
So then I watched The Blind, the Duck Dynasty movie. If you're from the South like we are, and the Robertson family from
You
Monroe,
keep talking, and I don't watch TV.
honestly, if you and Darl have time to sit down at home and watch it together, I would watch it as a couple.
Yeah.
Because it's just,
You're going to have to text me the name of that later.
I
So
will.
Remember.
I will. I'll send you the link on
I'll totally
Amazon.
watch it. What's today, Monday? We don't have practice tonight. Actually, I
Yeah.
have to think about. We don't have any kids' practices tonight. It's
Yeah.
like a free night.
And I'll say that probably honestly kickstarted my faith back into.
Is it kid friendly?
Oh, yeah.
Like for 10 and 11-year-olds?
Gentry went to the movie theater and just had a coloring book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because we were like, if you insist on going with us, we're going to watch this movie. Yeah, it's kid friendly.
Okay.
There's no cursing or anything. I mean, he might say one when he's really angry, but it might be one that's in the Bible.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I don't say them, so the ones that are in the Bible or something.
Yeah.
Or hell. I'm like, I'll say hell.
I'm trying to curse less this year. Because I have the mouth of a sailor.
If you hear one come out of my mouth, I am upset. I'm very upset. Oh, you have heard one come out of my mouth.
I have.
Yeah.
We friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard that.
Somebody came up in my shop.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I don't know if we should talk about that.
I don't think we are.
Because it has somebody local on it. I know everybody's like, I can't wait for them to spill the tea.
We're not tea spillers, though.
No.
We'll spill our own tea.
Yeah.
You know?
Not in a negative way.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't have negative tea
No.
other than like.
And honestly, whenever you're like, did you hear about something? What do I say?
No.
No.
Look, earlier you said something. You want to know who it was? And you said a name, and I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
I'm so in my little bubble,
yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I block all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Like if somebody is posting something like over and over again negative, if you're in my feed,
Unfollow.
and my profile's public,
Yeah.
so I friend if you send me a friend request, I'm probably going to approve you. Unless you just really look like I'll go to your profile and I'll look and if you have just negativity, that's an instant block. I don't even want to see your posts because then it pops up in my feed once in a while. And not that I spend a lot of time like scrolling. I don't really do that. But if like I open up the app and like the first couple things, because you know a lot of comments posts, like really engaged posts will go to the top,
And the negative ones get the most comments.
And so I just block, and I don't just block on my personal page. I also block you on my business page. So if somebody's ever like, I can't see the Dear Me Facebook page, you are blocked probably because you're negative Nancy. And I just don't want to see that. And I can be choosy. Yeah.
I just don't
That was also one of the best things I ever did for my business.
We'll start blocking people.
No.
Oh.
Choosy. Being choosy.
Oh, okay, so I was about to lead into something else. My biggest pet peeve is when people come and sit in my chair and they think that I'm going to just word vomit people's drama that I know.
Do they ask you like what's the gossip?
Well, they'll
lately?
just like start. Yeah, they'll ask me, "What's the gossip lately?" And I'm like, "I have none."
Oh.
Because I don't gossip. I try not to. You know.
Well, if it's not like related to me personally, like
one, I'm not gonna tell
No.
I'm not gonna tell business that isn't mine.
yeah, I'll tell you like exciting things.
Yes.
Or what's been bothering me lately.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, did
Yeah.
you hear about so and so? Because it's like number one, I probably haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, have you heard about this? And I'm like, no. Actually, because I don't
No.
spend a whole lot of time doing things that aren't, I know it sounds bad, that aren't work related. Like
I know.
if I'm on the internet, I'm probably doing things that are worky.
And if I'm not on the internet, I'm hanging out with my family.
Yeah, that is true.
That's my thing this year is spending less time on the internet.
Mine is being organized.
Oh, well, yeah.
I spend lots of time on the internet, so I can't avoid that.
Well, no, but sometimes I don't have to scroll as much.
Oh, no. I don't.
At night.
I don't do that.
I doom scroll at night.
I like do podcasts and master classes.
Yeah.
That's my jam. Right now, oh my gosh. Do you do master classes? You don't do that?
What is that?
Master class?
What is that?
It's an app.
Okay.
You have to pay for it.
Mhm.
But it's like sort of like a podcast, but it's these long, they're like an hour and a half usually, maybe a little less, maybe a little longer, but they're about different subjects. So you can pick and choose what you want to take a master class on. So, but it's not, they're not like series like a podcast would be. It's like you're picking a topic and they do episodes every week. It's not like that. It's like a topic. So this recent one I just started, I'm like halfway through because I have problems running on the treadmill and listening to a masterclass because masterclass is a lot of like visuals.
Yeah.
Kind of like podcasts nowadays. Everything is like visuals also, not just the talking, but like I want to see the body language.
That's stressful also.
What? Running?
To get dressed for a podcast where people will be watching you.
Like, what are we going to wear? No, but it's like the one, so I started recently is growth mindset.
Okay.
So if you have a chance to watch or listen to that,
Growth mindset.
it is so good.
I like that
And
mindset.
it really, like, it's going to make you question your own mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because I 1000% am a growth mindset. The difference being, like, if you're a fixed mindset, then when you fail, you're, like, devastated and you want to go hide, crawl in a corner. Growth mindset is more like you failed 9,700 times, and that's okay because you've succeeded, like, 5 times.
Yeah.
You just keep going. Your brain is like, okay, so this didn't work. How can I make it right? Or how can I do it well? That's a difference.
It would be like me quitting heroin my first bad haircut.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Yeah. Like, no, I just practiced it. And got better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be resilient.
Yeah.
Like, especially as a business owner.
You have to be. Imagine if you quit after the first person said a shirt was ugly or too expensive or...
First of all, I pick out everything in my store, so nothing is ugly.
So don't you dare say it's ugly.
This episode of Big Girl Britches podcast is brought to you by The Coffee Connection. Nestled in the heart of our small town, The Coffee Connection is more than just a coffee shop. It's a cozy escape. With every cup, they serve organic, locally roasted coffee that's as fresh as it is flavorful. Whether you're looking to unwind with a book or catch up with a friend, the warm atmosphere, soft lighting, and friendly faces create the perfect backdrop. It's the kind of place where every visit feels like home. Now back to Big Girl Britches podcast. There are some things that like I will bring in because, like, you know, all the rest of my staff like it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody will love this even though I don't love it, but most of the stuff I bring in,
listen,
I like it.
So she has these shorts, and this summertime, you know, I'm gonna restock up on my everyday shorts.
The shorts.
Because they're like these tank tops. When I find something at her store that I like, I buy every color.
Yeah.
So...
Because why not?
Because why not? I know that I like it. I know that it fits, so I get it. So she is not secretive about, like, her manufacturers, you know, like the brand. So
yeah, if I don't mention who makes it, they're not a big brand.
Yeah.
Like,
so I knew that it's Jess Lee that does the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I wonder what all patterns she makes that Brittany just doesn't, like, you know, get in.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the Jess Lee website and I picked out 2 or 3 and I showed them to Brittany and her face went, "You like this?" She went,
first of all, one of them
I was not offended, by the way.
One of them was a NASCAR checkered flag.
All the redneck girls want them, okay? I'm about to go get my nails done. I might do hot pink checker flag. It's literally what I have screenshotted. Let me show you. So she was like, she went, "You like this?" And I went, "Yeah, Brittany, I really want them." And she went, "Okay, they'll be in next week." Look at what I have screenshotted.
I have that screenshotted too. I like
Shut
those.
up.
I like those. But she actually makes pink checkered shorts now.
Oh!
Yeah.
I need
They're in for spring lineup.
I need them.
They're coming for spring.
Okay, I want them. And then look. I think these are my next Vans.
Did my face say, "You like them?"
Yeah, you went, yeah. You went, "You like those?" And I went, "Yeah." Yeah.
I still order them for you.
She ordered them for me, and I was not offended. I was like, "Yeah, they're not your style."
Listen, I want you to have cute things. If you love them.
Oh, yeah. I wish that I could pull up the picture real quick to show y'all them because.
But then I also think to myself, like, I also have to think to myself, Dylan, can you do that again so I can take a picture?
Wait, what did he do? That's how long we've been talking? Is he telling us to calm down?
I'm, like, dying because it's hilarious. Young
you
Dylan
have to
over
wonder
here.
if other people are going to also buy those.
Not just that, but I have to have stuff to match it.
Yeah.
I try to capsule things. It's like, I obviously have a lot of pink, so if it comes in pink, I'll bring it in. But if it's like black and white checkered, I think number 1, it's giving Jeff Gordon. But then number 2, what do I have to match it? Because typically people, like, this is what they do. They come out of the dressing room and they have, like, the bottoms on. And they're like, but what am I going to match it with? And so then I need to be able to be like, okay, this,
Yeah.
these all match. Because that's what we're there for.
Yeah.
If you're not going to wear it all the time, and you're constantly going to be like, I mean, it's cute, but I don't have anything else to match.
Yeah.
Why are you buying it? Don't buy it.
And see, for me, I was like, oh no, I have, the black breezy tank that I was going to wear with it all summer.
And I hope you got all the breezy tanks
I did. I got
you wanted, because now they're gone.
I even had them check in the back just to be sure.
Did you have them check upstairs?
I got no. I thought that was the back. I got every single extra large breezy tank that you had
I don't
left
think we
over.
have any extra larges.
And I bought them for $6 a piece.
On sale. Yep.
These are said shorts with a black tank top from her shop that matches.
I know. They're super cute.
They are super cute. No, but they're not your style.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We have the same. It's so weird. We have the same style.
Well, and like you love leopard.
Yeah.
I have people who are like, so when are you going to bring in more leopard dresses? When are you going to bring in leopard pants? And I'm like,
do you want to know a secret?
I love you so hard.
I just love patterns.
I love patterns.
It's not really leopard that I love leopard. I love patterns.
Yeah. Something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if this was black and white checkered? That'd be a little too loud for me.
It'd still be cute, though.
We have the same style. I'm just a little bit more grungy than
I don't
you,
think you're grungy.
Funky, country, westerny,
Westerny, yes. Because I've seen what you've bought
hippie
at like First Monday in Canton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That. My vintage cowboy shirt. Oh, that was in George Church.
I got married in like Western boots.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Those teal bottomed ones made by
Lacona.
No, no. These are fancy teal bottomed boots. They're like $400 boots.
Are they Casey's?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they're Casey's. Don't touch your microphone.
Sorry, Dylan.
Dylan's gonna yell at you.
Sorry.
No, I forget what the brand was, but like I'll do like I have ropers and then I have like my point toes and all that, but I'm not like a Western. I love. You put me with a horse, leave me all day.
Yeah.
Give me a sandwich and like leave me with a horse.
Yeah.
And I'll just hang out with it all day.
We'll leave you with the horse. I want to go play cards with all the cowboys. Not because I want to like hang out. I want the old ones.
You're gonna smell like smoke when you're
I
done
want
trimming
the
your hair.
old cowboys that have seen a thing or two, and I just want to hear all of their stories.
You want to live inside a Yellowstone.
Yeah, like I don't want the young hot cow. People are probably like, oh yeah, I want to play cards with cowboys too.
You want the stories.
I want your great grandpa cowboy. And then
I don't know which direction you're going with this. Is this
no? I just want to know all of the
like
stories.
A grandpa thing happening.
But, I mean, I do have daddy issues, but that's a story for another episode, okay? But I want to hear all their stories, and then when they're done telling me their stories,
I love me a Tom Selleck.
Oh, baby!
Don't
you, Sam Elliott,
microphone. They can still hear you.
Kevin Costner, George Strait. Anyway, and then when they're done telling me their stories, I want them to give me an artifact. Preferably one that I can, like, hang on my wall.
An artifact?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Just like a little token.
Yeah, like, give me your halter that you use for 40 years. Because my house is also very rustic Western. My dream house is you can't tell if it's like a old barn thrift store or if it's a house.
So when we go to, like, Pioneer Days, that's actually Lacie's house. We're just visiting. Yeah.
I want to ride. You know what is a secret love? This podcast went a weird direction. I love
we can always trim out pieces.
When you hear the actually I took a picture of my dream house.
I say Dylan can trim things out.
But with like plows and stuff hanging on the wall.
I love that flooring and the cabinetry.
I do too. And it has like a tin roof. I don't know if you can see that.
They can't see that.
Anyway. Yeah, very country. And you're a little bit more dressy, a little bit more classy, bougie. Not bougie.
No.
Yeah, you're a little bougie. But, Because, like, we have a lot of the same staple pieces.
Yeah.
We just wear them in
You
very
style them
different
differently.
ways. Yeah.
Totally
Like,
fine.
we have on the same kind of bracelets and stuff.
I love these.
I do, too. What events do you have coming up? We have Bunko Tuesday.
Well, this podcast won't air until Friday.
Okay.
So after Friday, we have bingo, because I'm on the Mardi Gras court
Yes.
this year as Duchess.
Ooh.
So we have a bingo happening on Saturday, which is going to be super fun. There will be king cake jello shots involved.
Brittany, what's the worst thing you did for your business?
I added a kids section upstairs.
You didn't love that, huh?
And I love the concept.
Right.
While I loved the concept of it, just because you love something doesn't mean you need to do it that way, or perhaps you can do it differently. So, the way that my business is structured, I'll never do that again.
Okay.
Under this brand.
Okay.
I may have a different brand
Mm-hmm.
that is more specific to either like a gender or age group under a different umbrella, especially because you're talking different ad spend, different demographic, different email demographic. I mean, everything is different.
Right.
The amount of just moms with that specific age. Plus, I went out too wide. Baby, girl, baby, boy, baby, girl, toddler, boy, toddler.
Yeah.
Young kids, girl, boy, and then tween girl. That's a lot on an ad budget spread this wide. It does not work. If it works for you, so happy for you. But I'll never do that again. I'll say that I will have a different brand, but I'll never put it under Dear Me. But that was probably the worst thing, only because it distracted me for too long.
Yeah.
It had me trying to figure out, just when I figured out what I wanted to do, I just didn't do it the way that I should have done it. So I will say, though, because my brain is like that growth mindset, as soon as I realized the numbers are just not working for that, I went and dove deep into what was working really well.
Yeah.
So I decided, same day, I said, we are done with kids. Bye. Send it away. We're done with that. Looked at our numbers, and we do really well in shoes, dresses, and jeans. We do really well in a lot of things, honestly. But the best ones, and we do across the board and on different platforms, shoes, dresses, jeans. So I went heavy on those things once we dumped kids. Yeah. And then focused my ad spend on that. So that's the worst, and then one of the best things that I ever did, because now we're able to scale. So we've scaled really well. I'm really proud of it.
I have another worst thing that I did for my business.
What?
I rented out space I have one vendor left in my building, and she's awesome, Miss Mona. She makes it easy. But I thought that I could make up some rent money by renting out some space in my salon to vendors.
What don't you like about it? See, people have asked me to rent out space.
Okay.
And
you are set up to where it could possibly work for you.
I'll never let anybody else's stuff sit in my store that I don't own.
No, because one, you're responsible for the stuff that you don't own. You know, if somebody messes up or steals your stuff, it's your stuff.
If their count was wrong, all that.
Yeah. Not your workers still, but sticky hands walk by. It's your stuff. No one is, well, you overcharged or undercharged. Right. None of my people did that, but also, I am not set up. If I had a receptionist, I could see my attitude being differently.
Right.
I was set up to where I would be doing a highlight, have to stop doing that highlight and go check out.
Oh.
Stuff that's other than my booth rent that they were paying me, I got nothing off of.
Right.
And so I just decided.
That's a lot.
Yep. Miss Mona is one of our longtime clients. She comes in, she manages her own booth.
Yeah.
As long as she wants to stay there, that's fine. I am
Mhm.
not inviting anyone else to
What
come.
about the grannies?
Oh, yeah, the grannies. They're...
Because
Look, I didn't even think about the grannies.
If I want to get my jelly.
No, the grannies are fine. The grannies and Miss Mona are fine.
I have been asked multiple times if I can house people's stuff.
Yeah.
Like, like the Cajun culture place next door.
Yeah.
No. If you want, now I love, and if people are watching that, like and you know this, artisans,
Yes.
handmade stuff, like
Come let her
if
buy
you
it
make
wholesale.
it, put together a wholesale sheet,
Yes.
and I will stock it. Like
You stocked my friend's
if it's
books.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we sold out of those like
Courtney?
really fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably should have messaged her. I don't remember who she is. If you want to send me a message with her
Courtney
information.
Wellman, if you would like to send Brittany a message, get your books back on
we
here.
are sold out. And that's the thing, is these smaller vendors, if you don't check back with me, I don't remember, like,
Yeah, because you talk to so many people.
Right. And so those went really well. But I ask everybody to put together and it's very basic. Like, if you have a business, you're going to need to put together something for me if you want me to buy things at cost.
Yeah.
And then to put in the shop. And I leave everything on the original. Like, if you make earrings.
Yeah.
And you have them on your little placard with your logo, I leave that on
Yeah.
there. And then, I mean, we ship all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really good way to get your name out there. And honestly,
Absolutely.
I charge more than they do. So, like, locally, if they make these earrings and they're like, they retail them for like $18, I'm probably going to sell them for $25.
Yeah.
Because we have overhead. But also, I put a premium on our brand.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you want to look at the logo and go buy them from what's her face, like, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Good luck finding them. But we have them like ready to ship, and we do so many rewards.
Yeah.
And we do so many perks. We're like a whole living, breathing organism, so I don't worry about that at all.
I got double perks last night.
I know. Yesterday was the first time we had ever
jeans.
done double rewards ever in
Yeah.
the history of ever, because I found out that now rewards can be offered from purchases on our app, and they weren't before. That's why I did that.
Okay.
So, I had historically, the way that our system worked was like nobody was getting rewards back on the app purchases.
Yeah. I've been strictly online.
But recently I have done some digging into our stuff, and we did some engineering with orders syncing and stuff like that. Boring stuff. But by doing that, folks are now earning rewards on the app purchases too. So to bring awareness to that. And you didn't even realize, you didn't read the whole post, Lacie.
No.
So
No, I saw double points back, and I was like, I have been having those pants in my cart.
So now everybody's getting rewards on all avenues of Dear Me.
If y'all don't know, go online to dearmesouthernboutique.com and click on the little pink gift box.
Oh, for rewards, yeah.
For rewards, and it'll pull up like all of your history and stuff. I'm addicted to the stacker bracelets, and I started my friend Riley a stack recently, and I bought her stacks with reward points.
See, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want this to be like a Dear Me like plug for everything.
No, this isn't a plug. This is literally just real. This is what I spend my money on. Like, it's not like an ad revenue thing. Like, I genuinely shop there.
This is fun for us.
Yes,
okay?
I spend my hard-earned money at Dear Me. Like, the only discounts that are given are the rewards. That's
I don't
why I'm
give you discounts.
No, it's the rewards. That's why I'm like, y'all use y'all's rewards. Get your discounts.
Yeah.
I bought 3 bracelets on a discount. I love the little coupon codes.
And Birthday Club.
Yeah.
Did you join Birthday Club?
I don't know.
You're like, yeah. Did you join Birthday Club?
I don't know. So recently I started using an online booking app, and I
saw that. I use it.
Yes.
If it's too early in the morning and I know you're not conscious yet, I will book an appointment.
Yes. She'll use it, and she's like, did you know I booked that at 4:30? I'm like, no, Brittany.
Does it not tell you what time I book it?
I'm sure it does, but I don't look. I just approve. You know?
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, I actually used some of my text message marketing. And I was like, your hair looks like you need to be in my chair, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Here's $5 off, whatever.
Did it work?
I had like 4 people message me and they were like, are you in my kid's pickup line? And I'm like, well, if you're at KR Hanchy, yes. Because it started off like, your hair looks like you need to be in my chair. And they're like, how'd you know? It's up in a bun right now. And I'm like, it's good marketing. Come sit in my chair.
They felt some type of way about your text marketing.
I was like, it worked.
Triggered much?
Triggered. That means your hair looks bad. Come see me.
Hey, I come to you all the time. What does my hair look like when I come in for a wash day?
A bun.
It's in a bun. And I say, didn't even brush it.
No. She's like, I don't know what's going on in there.
Where do you find friends? Like, no. Let me, hold on. You're sighing already. Where are you finding... Oh, Dylan.
What is our limit? 2 hours?
We don't have really a limit.
Oh,
I mean,
he's just letting us know.
when we get kicked out, that's like our limit for booth time. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
And then we can kind of like wrap things up,
okay.
I guess. As a business owner / person who's responsible for a lot of things.
Okay.
There's a difference between clients.
Yes.
And there's a hybrid of like client friend.
Yes.
And then there's friend.
Yes.
So where are you finding, because the client friend hybrid, that's like you and me. We're like client friend hybrid.
Yeah.
Because we met, I was your client and I'm also your friend.
Yeah.
Friends.
We somehow like just.
Yes. But where are you finding friends?
Okay.
Outside of work, where are you finding them as a 30-something-year-old woman? Because I think this is one of those pieces where people are feeling left out. They're feeling alone.
I'm almost 30. I'm 29, but
I thought you were 30 already.
I call myself 30 already.
Oh, okay. I feel like you've told
I said
me you were
30s.
30.
You're
so young.
Our
so
fake
youthful.
episode, I said we're in our 30s.
Yeah.
We can't let our childhood bring us down anymore.
No,
that's
we're not
what I
doing
said.
That.
Yeah.
Big
anyway,
Girl Britches,
that's
Girl
another
Britches.
episode. Also, Big Girl Britches. Okay, so this is also hard because I'm not someone who I will have a margarita every now and then, but I don't drink. Mm-hmm. I don't party. For my birthday, my friends took me out to sing karaoke. You'll never guess my karaoke song.
Ooh, you've told me this.
It's so good. And that was the time of my life.
Was it Bohemian Rhapsody? No, but it's similar.
One. Gangster's Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise, that's right.
So, that's a blast for me. But as far as like going out and stuff, I don't do that. So my friends, my coworkers are truly my soulmates. Like, we don't even call ourselves friends anymore. We're just soulmates. Mm-hmm. Church, I'm trying to reach out and find some friends at church. I have a good friend at church, Tommy. We kind of have kids around the same age, so we link up.
So already, from what I'm hearing, you don't have many like friends outside of work.
No.
See? Mm-mm. It's true. I hire all my friends so that I can spend time with them.
Yeah. And then, my niece, Brooke, she's one of my really good friends. But our time spent together is either we're taking the kids to do family stuff or she's at the shop hanging out. Like,
yeah.
I have a family business, and you know this. Mm-hmm. Family business means grandma comes in and she's going to help you hang up some shirts over here, or like Brooke comes in and I'm like, hey, go open up that rental we got in because we got the like champagne bottle, whatever. So that's fun. That's family and friends kind of coincide for me.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who I think I've been fielding some questions by women who aren't from here.
Yeah.
On live and stuff and in the store. They are transient. Either they're here with their husbands.
Yeah. Doing
work on the pipeline.
Yeah.
Or their spouses, military spouses.
Okay.
And so they're like, where do you go to make friends here?
So
and I'm like, I literally live at this store all the time.
Yeah, so your answer is
like,
a lot the same as mine, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I have Debbie. I met her at the coffee shop, but she's another business owner.
Yeah.
And I love the hell out of her.
Yeah.
And we spend lots of time together. We have coffee together almost every single morning. And
Yeah.
then a couple times a week, she's like, let's sneak away and go have lunch.
Yeah.
And then I abandon all my responsibilities for that, for that afternoon
Yeah.
because we have like 2-hour lunches.
Absolutely.
I mean, through work,
Yeah.
you know?
So, do you find that you think it's hard to blend in with people who aren't as involved in like with people daily? You know how we have like our friends at work and stuff. Like do you find yourself like not wanting to open up and be your full self around them because you're like, oh, am I too much? Or I don't know how to word what I'm asking. Do you understand what I'm asking?
I think kind of.
Okay.
I relate. I feel like I'm a little unrelatable as far as scheduling goes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a burden
Mm-hmm.
to people who don't have the same schedule as me.
Yeah.
So if you are a stay-at-home mom and you don't own a business and you're not to sound like it's not has nothing to do with anything else besides simply schedule wise.
Absolutely.
I've got 3 kids. 2 of them are in multiple sports or activities. And I own a whole business, and then my husband owns a whole business with employees, both of us. So I feel like trying to make friends with somebody who doesn't have all of that, number 1, I'm a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I'm always apologizing.
Always apologizing because I can never be there as much as you want me to be there.
And I would love to.
I would love to.
I would
Not
love...
as much as you want me to be, as much as we both want
right.
to.
And honestly, I don't get invited many places. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably, like, I don't give off the vibe that I would probably come because maybe of scheduling.
Yeah.
But I honestly, like, I'm going to tell you, every time somebody posts that there was, like, so the one time I've been invited to a wedding in the past 4 years, I've gone. I've not been invited to a single wedding, but one in 4 years. And I went, and then I ended up being the ring bearer.
I love that.
I showed up, and they were like, would you hold the rings for us? And I was like, oh my gosh, sure.
Okay, absolutely. I love that. Yeah, no, I don't think I really do either.
Yeah, people don't invite me places.
I'm always doing something, but it's usually like me and Eric just decided to go do those plans.
No, I love hanging out with, like, girlfriends. I have, like, I want to do things by myself.
Yeah.
And then I also want to do things with my husband. And then I want to do things with family.
Yes.
But I also love me some girl time.
Yes.
Like, love it. And I will create events, honestly, just to have girl time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we did that vision board at the shop.
Yes.
And then we're getting ready to have not a slumber party. We're going to stay the night. But we're going to have a pajama party.
I was like,
at the shop.
We're spending the night? Pack a spin a night
No
bag?
spin a night bags. But I'm having, like, a pajama party. And that's literally just to fill, like, my girl time cups up because nobody invites me to things. So I guess I'm just going to invite everybody else's stuff. And I have invited myself lately. So the other, like, 2 weekends ago, did you see I went out for, like, a girl's birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally invited myself.
I love that.
Like, she kind of was, like, inviting a little bit. But I was like, hey, can I come?
Yeah.
Because I've been invited with them, like, multiple times to other things. And I think it was, like, an open invite. But I was like, hey, I'm going to take you up on it.
Yeah, can I come?
And I don't know if they were expecting me to. And I hardly ever am able to take up anybody.
Absolutely, that's the thing.
Yeah, but I did, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go have fun." So I think it's not that I don't want to spend time with people or make friends with other people. I think it's easier for me to be friends with someone who understands the lifestyle in which I live.
Yeah,
that I think is the most difficult part about being my friend is understanding. Like, you have to have a tremendous amount of understanding. Like, if you know that I'm going to be late everywhere we go and you, like, grab my coffee for me on the way there so I don't have to make us even more late by me stopping to grab my coffee because I'm going to be late because I'm going to grab my coffee. I'm not going to compromise on that. And that's the kind of person that I am. Like, if you understand that and you love it and you still want to be my friend, we're going to get along swimmingly.
Listen, if you understand that I'm a hot mess express, I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Oh, yeah.
But I love you fiercely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother hen.
Yeah. Honestly, those are the best friendships.
Yeah.
If you can anticipate mess
Yeah.
and like understand that I'm also going to be a mess.
Yeah.
You know, even when I didn't do this for a living, even when I had just kids at home, because I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Shocker. When the when the kids were little,
Yeah.
Darryl would be gone for 5 days at a time.
Mhm.
He'd go to wherever out of town.
Mhm.
He'd be gone. And then it was just me and 2 babies that were 12 months, 12 days apart. And that's my life that I lived. And I had like one friend, shout out to Ashley Lanier in Florida, because I freaking love her to this day. But she, like, we both were incredibly hot mess.
Yeah.
I mean, we never looked put together, ever. Our version of peace was loading the children in the car so they were literally restrained. And then we would go to Chick-fil-A and eat while they were restrained.
Yeah.
And so we got to eat like hot food while the
Yes.
kids are strapped in.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Yes. I would say that's probably some of my advice with finding your people is find people that you don't have to get all dressed up and pretend to be put together with. I mean, I do think you need friends that make you step up your game.
Oh my gosh.
You do absolutely need friends
I
that
think
make you be better.
You could make an entire episode
Yes.
about
You are the company you keep.
So that's not the Jesus thing though.
If you let yourself stay in that company.
Well, yes.
Like if you let yourself become that company.
Yeah. And I think everybody, like, so I talk about a ladder system.
Yes.
I've talked about this before. So, well, you on the ladder, you should always be in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You should have friends above you who are pulling you up, but you need to be able to make sure that you're a friend who is able to be pulled up, because I'm not going to do all that work for you.
No, you got to put in some of the work.
I will for sure help you.
Meet me halfway.
But you have to do some of that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're just real needy, and I'm not going to be able to spend all the energy
Absolutely.
on you. But then you have people underneath of you, like on the ladder, that you're like pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're constantly gimme, and asking people above you to like help me, like now you're whiny.
Yeah, and what are you doing to
and you're not
flourish that?
serving anyone except yourself. So it's like help people below you on the ladder and like ask for help above you.
Yes.
And
don't let them bring you back down some steps.
Yeah, I think you need that professionally. You need it personally. You need it in your marriage too.
Yes.
Like we are in the process right now. I would love, and I don't even know if, hope Daryl's cool with me talking about it. So right now in my marriage, I would love to find a couple who is seasoned.
Yeah.
And fun.
Yeah.
And Christ-centered.
Yeah.
To where you're at a place up here on the ladder above me to where you can like help me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm always around people who are on the same level as me as far as marriage goes. I mean, we're all working through stuff like all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I really want to find
somebody that
will
I feel
help.
that. I feel me and Eric don't have a whole lot of married friends in the church, you know, like,
yeah,
because we're very Christ-centered in our life and our marriage and everything. And I agree. There's not a lot of,
but you, not just marriage though, like you need it personally and professionally, you know? And I like, that's why I post a lot on like my fitness journey. I say fitness because I'm more like interested in fitness stuff in my mouth, but like, but I'm on a health journey. And so honestly, I love helping other people if they need that motivation, because I wish I would have had more people around me doing that when I wanted to be motivated enough. But then also I want people who are farther in the journey to recognize it and be like, hey, come on, friend. You know, like that's half the reason why it's like I want to help other people, but then I also want people on the same journey to be like, oh, me too.
Okay, so the way I see it, I'm a very visual person. We're in Central Park. We're running along the track, okay? And I'm just jogging, I'm happy, and I'm looking at the birds singing, and you're running by, and you're like, Lacie, come on, we got so much to do today. And I'm like, oh yeah, that does seem fun. And I start going too. I don't know. That was it.
That's that marketing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good marketing.
Yeah. Good marketing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. I can't just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate.
No.
Just do it.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have a lot of interesting guests lined up over the next few weeks for sure.
Yes.
There is a form if you want to go fill it out. It's a Google form, and I've posted it pretty much everywhere there is, and I'll add it to the podcast link.
Yeah.
So you can ask questions. If you have a situation that you want us to like weigh in on, we can absolutely do that. There's already been some questions, suggestions, comments asking for specific topics, and then also requesting guests specifically. No boys.
No boys.
Just girls. Either business owners or just women who are wearing a lot of hats and juggling or a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
So if you're interested in filling that out, sending in questions, concerns, comments, whatever, you're more than willing to do that.
Come let us pick your brain.
Oh my gosh.
I like to ask a lot of questions. That's my favorite thing to do is just pick people's brains about stuff.
Or if you want to sponsor.
Yes, if you'd like to sponsor us.
I think it's a great way. Like, we're doing this for fun, but this is a great way for businesses to get their name out. It'll be like in the middle. I'm sure y'all have already seen it, but it'll be in the middle of our podcast, and then you'll be able to reach probably audience that you didn't anticipate.
Did he peek back out?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay, so fill out the form. We're super excited. We're going to release these every single week.
Yes.
As long as y'all love them and we are having fun doing them.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to super sponsor an episode, send me a t-shirt and I'll wear it the whole time.
Oh my gosh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You can just collect t-shirts from vendors.
Yeah.
Okay, we love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye. We'll see you next week on Big Girl Britches.